Hey, 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 hey. Oh my God, it has been a minute. Welcome, 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 welcome to Sweet Kitty Club. I'm Montana, the founder and herbalist here, and I specialize in making good kitties great, giving it that chef's kiss, okay? I know it has been a while, man, since I have been able to talk to you guys face to face. So I am happy to be able to do this today with you. So whether you are watching this live or you're watching it on the replay, please make sure you're following our social media channels as well as our YouTube channels so that you can stay connected to us and we can stay connected to you, okay? Again, like I said, I know it has been a minute since I have been able to do this. Close to the end of 2025, some of you know that did lose my dad, and so the grieving process has been an everyday process. Okay, it has been an everyday thing, and I really do appreciate our supporters here at Sweet Kitty Club that have kept me busy through that process. I know some people during grief, they like to, be alone or shut down. And me, I prefer not to sit in it. I like to be busy. I like to, keep myself moving. And I do appreciate you guys for doing that. So even though I have not been visible on, in y'all face like I'm, used to be, you still knew that I was behind the scene in the kitchen. Okay, y'all kept me busy. And again, I don't take that for granted. And I definitely do appreciate you for that. All right. So I just thought, like I said, we haven't been able to, see each other face to face. And so I wanted to do that. And also share with you my V-Steam ritual, or what I do when I V-Steam. So it's been a minute since we, talked about our herbal collection, just overall had a little chit chat. So I do want to, I want to get in it with y'all. So if you have any questions about anything that I'm doing or anything I'm saying while I'm in the live, go ahead and feel free to put it in the comments. Okay. And I'm going to check it out. All right. And I do have my notes next to me. So if you see me looking down, I just want to make sure I am on track because I don't want to be here all day. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I do. Her question is, do you have anything for PCOS? And absolutely I do. So please, 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 hold tight because I'm going to talk about that in our live today. But yes, I do have things for that. And that would be our V-Steam blends as well as our yoni pearls. Okay. Okay. So now today is, more than a demo, but, it is going to be more educational and intentional. All right. So this is just based on my personal experience, not any medical advice. Okay. So this is all allegedly. Okay. In the words of Tasha K, this is allegedly, but no, seriously, I have been V-steaming myself for the past 7 years. This is part of my hygienic routine that I do on a monthly basis. I've also introduced my girls to it. And you can go to my website, sweetkittyclub.com. You'll see all the reviews under our herbal. That's where you will find the V-Steam blends, the yoni pearls, and so forth. So there are plenty of reviews from women just like yourself that will attest to the benefits of V-steaming. All right. So what is V-steaming? If you've never heard of it before, V-steaming is the practice of using herbal teas with warm water, and it helps to support the pelvic area. All right. So it's often used for relaxation, for pelvic awareness, for intimacy prep, and for just overall reconnecting with your body. I'm sorry, I'm stepping all on my robe here, but overall reconnecting with your body. So this is not for everybody. Okay. So, number one, if you are pregnant, okay, you should not be V-steaming. You're going to jail, okay? If you are on your cycle, you should not be V-steaming. You're going to jail, okay? If you are steaming and you have certain medical conditions, you're going to jail. Okay, so if you want to know more about when or when to not be steaming, or if be steaming is right for you, you can get my free guide. It is on sweetkittyclub.com under our herbs section, so you'll see that. All right. Now for me, like I said, this is something that I do on a monthly basis. If you do have an active cycle, I would advise steaming before and after your cycle. So maybe 5 days before and 5 days after your cycle is done. Okay. But for me, I just like to do it for holistic, hygienic, just part of my routine, like a weekend self-care, and so we're going to get into my tools that I use for bee steaming and my full setup. Okay. So this, where we are currently, is in my bedroom. Hold on, let me see something. Okay. So we're in a corner of my bedroom, and I'm going to get into my setup with you guys. Okay. So here I have our portable V-steam box. When I say portable, y'all, I mean portable. Okay. Now, so this box, I'm not going to break it all the way down just so, because I want you to kind of see, but it collapses, okay, into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So it will lay flat like this. This is the top. Now mine has a heart in it, but the normal boxes that I sell on the website, they have a square, and then the inscription is always keep it sweet, Heart Montana. So love Montana, right? And so this box is a collapsible box. Like I said, it will, break down into pieces. It just kind of fits into the grooves like a puzzle. Okay. And then I also have my hot plate, because I do like to keep my water continuously warm. Okay. Okay. And then you always want to use a stainless steel or a glass bowl. A glass safe bowl that is going, that is safe for hot plates. But stainless steel, want to use that. And then here we have our herbs. So I'm going to be using our disinfectant blend. And the only difference in the disinfectant blend, which is the blend that I also suggest for PCOS, but the only difference that I use in my disinfectant blend that I'm like custom for me is the milk thistle. So I do add milk thistle to my blend. So that's the milk thistle right there next to the yellow. That's milk thistle. And so with our V-steam blends, what is in that cup is equivalent to what is in this satchel, which is a 4th cup of herbs. And you get 5 satchels in our blend. And then next, we just need our water. And now I just realized that, girl, you didn't even warm the water, but we finna get it warmed up. So I like to use my tea kettle here for the water. So we're just going to allow that to warm. My bad, y'all. But as you see, it's not going to take long. It's already percolating. And so I've already set the temperature on my hot plate. Yep. So we'll just take the herbs. Okay. Now with the satchel, because some people have asked, can they put the satchel in the water or empty the satchel? And it's just up to you. I just prefer to put the herbs in my bowl. And you can also use the herbs in the satchel as a tea. So you can also drink this as well. And it is the same. It will support womb care. So, and I also want to say, steaming is not about, just water and and that's it. The herbs matter, okay? Because the herbs that we use, we pick these herbs for their traditional uses and for their energetic support. So that is the purpose of the herbs that are chosen in our blends. We do have 5 different blends, and so the herbs that are used in those blends are all different. And also want to say while the water is heating about the disinfectant blend. The disinfectant blend in any of our products, because I have had women say, well, there's nothing wrong with, with my kitty. Okay, that's great. Like I said, if there is nothing wrong, you can still use these products. When I say disinfectant, it doesn't mean that something is dirty. It's just describing what the herbs are good for. So I definitely suggest this for women who experience repeat yeast infections, BV, like I said, PCOS. If you are miscarriages, things like that. So this is the blend that I do suggest. But if you go to our website, you'll be able to look at all the blends that we carry and the suggested uses for them. Okay, I think the water is good at this moment. So you really don't need, I probably really used more water than I should. But for the amount of herbs that we're using, we don't need more than 2 cups of water. Okay, so that is on the hot plate. I'm going to put, so everything snaps in place. Now this, let me tell you, like I said, this is our portable box. This baby has gone to Hawaii with me, okay, because we were there for a week. I am the kind of girl that if I get in any kind of water, I don't care. If it's not in the tub, I'm irritated. So I have to keep this with me, okay, when I'm on vacation. It goes where I go. And then the same, like I said, with V-steaming, you definitely, absolutely can steam before and after sex. I highly recommend it if your man gonna be shooting up the club, okay? Definitely something you want to do. So this is my setup. Now I got some music playing in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and get in position. So I'm going to put the camera back on the tripod. 1 second, y'all. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I will do my best. Okay? Okay. fix my setup. And so I'm just going to get into position. Now, before I do that, I am wearing a yoni robe. These are the robes that I used when I had my shop. But you can get these on Amazon. So it's just a robe, free, flowing. Okay, you can use something like this. If you don't have something like this, you can also use like a throw blanket or a robe, just something that you can breathe. And so you want to cover the box, because ideally you want to, make sure you're keeping the steam inside. And you just position yourself over the box. And one thing to note is you want to make sure, and I'm going to get my phone here so that I can answer any questions, and I can see the questions on the page in case anybody has any. Okay? But one thing to note is you do want to empty your bladder before you start steaming, because when once you get on there and, everything starts flowing, okay, you'll feel the warmth. You're going to feel sensations, okay? And it's all normal, okay? So I did empty my bladder before we started this, all right? Okay, so. Okay, so let me see, make sure. So yeah, so during this time, I don't steam more than 30 minutes. So I would suggest anything between 15 and 30 minutes. 15 minutes steam is absolutely great. 30 minutes is what I normally would do. During this time, I may be reading a book. I may be, making some notes, or I may just be meditating, or like right now, listening to music, talking to y'all. Okay. So you just kind of, find your happy space. You definitely want to make sure you're steaming during a time when you can, be dedicated, committed to what you're doing, and focused, at least for that time. Because like I said, it is a great time to just, get reconnected with yourself. So. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And then I'll just tell you a couple of things about Sweet Kitty Club. We are going into our 6th year of business this year. So May we will be 6 years old, and I'm like, wow. Okay. I have really enjoyed making products for you guys. So like I said, we do make the bee steam blends that I'm doing today. We do sell the yoni pearls. Yoni pearls are also a great resource if you are having PCOS symptoms, as well as repeated BBs. Okay, the pearls work as a pulling effect. I wish I had some here to show you guys, but they are on our website. But they have a pulling effect that allows for unwanted uh, discharge and yeast to come out of the body. So, yeah, you should check those out as well. Currently, we are doing a reset sale. So if you catch this video before Valentine's, then you will be able to use code RESET for a 15% off. Again, our website is sweetkittyclub.com. And yeah. Hello. So if you missed any part of our live today, we were doing our monthly V-steam. And I was just showing you guys what I do when I V-steam. So if you're catching the replay, which is going to be on our YouTube page, okay? So, yeah. So remember, you guys, if you are curious about V-steaming, what it is, how to do it, please do not hesitate to go to our website, sweetkittyclub.com. Our V-steam products are under herbs, where you will also find our guide to V-steaming, which is a free guide. Okay, so you can check that out. And if you have any questions, you can also chat with me on the website, or you can DM me here on our Instagram page, okay? And all of our links will be in the description below to stay connected with us. And as always, okay, happy women don't hate, and hating women ain't happy, okay? Thank you so much for taking the time to do this with me today. I definitely appreciate it. And until next time, y'all let me know what y'all want to know more about, whether it's any of our products or, any of the things that we're doing here at Sweet Kitty Club. I like to talk. We can talk about it, okay? We can talk about it, all right? And again, thank you for continuing to support my Black business, okay, through this grief, and just being supportive and encouraging and motivating. Like, I really, really do appreciate that. You never know what, someone is going through. And, people deal with things differently. And like I said, for me, staying busy is what helps me get through. Okay? So, I love y'all. And until next time, peace.